What's up, guys? So if you watched the last video of the calculator, you might have noticed that we had to do this thing where we couldn't just read a integer or a double or a char. We had to go through. We had to do some converting after getting the input. So to make that easier for future programs, what we can do is we can add this conversion facility right into our keyboard class. So to do that, let's start with doing it with an integer. So we would have int read int this time, we can call it, and we still have our string prompt. And there's that. So what we can do first is we have our string of the input. We can make it equal read line and add the prompt over here so that we don't have to go through all of this code again. And then what we can do is we can just say return return integer dot parse int and put an input in there. So that should work, and we can check it out by just going ahead and building our keyboard class, and it builds it without any sort of errors. So that's essentially what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do that with all the data types that we can think of. So two of them that we used in the keyboard class were a double and a char. So let's do a double. So double read double, and we have actually, you know what? We'll make it easier. You can just go ahead and copy this and paste it. And we're going to replace the ints with a double. And we have our input, and we can make that into a double and parse double. Right? And then we'll add another one for char and make it read char. I don't know why I keep typing it out. I've got to be lazier. Char. We want to remember to change the names for these. So this will become read double, and this will become read char, and blah blah blah. And then in here, okay, for char we're gonna do something. We're gonna say if input dot length 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 is, oh, I forgot my parentheses. It's not doing good. Input dot length is greater than 0. I mean greater than 1. Then we want to say we're gonna print out an error. No more than one character for a char, please. Otherwise we can just say actually we don't need to even say anything. Otherwise, sorry. Okay, so if it does that, then we want to go ahead and return 0, or no, rather. Oh, we can't do that actually. Yeah, make it 0 like that. Okay. Otherwise, we want to go ahead and return input dot. Now for this, if you remember, we used char at 0, so we're just going to use that again. So char at, make sure there aren't two dots there. Char at 0. And this essentially gets the first character in a string for you and puts it in. So that will return our char. So now if you wanted to use that, things just became so much simpler, because now what you can do is you can go ahead and say, instead of doing read line and converting it, you can just say read double or read char. We can delete all of that, and we can delete that parentheses over there. That's extra now. Close that and say read. Oops. You're going to say read double again. And if we save that and we start it, no, I don't want to continue. What is my error? Line 33, if, I forgot little parentheses there. You have to put them there because it is a method that you are invoking. Let's try it again. Okay, so now our first number is a 5 plus 11, and as you can see, it works now. And we just saved a bit of time, because this was a lot easier to do than having it convert each time and doing all that stuff. And that's one of the very important parts of using classes, because now we can use this for any program we want, and we don't have to worry about all these conversions and stuff. We can just say, give me that double, or give me a char, or give me an int. And I'm going to go ahead and also add a float to this. Just that over there, and say float, and we want to read and say float parse float. Now a float, if you don't remember, is also like a double. It can take decimal points, but it is smaller than a double. It can take a smaller decimal. It can't take one that's as big. Keeping with the same scheme with integers, there's also, you've got a short and a long, and you hardly ever use those, but we might as well just put it in, because it's going to make things easier. So we can do read short and the string prompt, and we take this and short parse short, and we can go ahead and add one for long as well. So pretty long, read long, parse long. So just to see if this works, we can go ahead and say, I believe the program. Okay, we can go ahead and tell it to build, and it doesn't give us any errors, so that's good. And that's all I kind of wanted to do in this tutorial, just expand our keyboard class so that it's a little bit nicer and easier to use. And yeah, you can pretty much use this in any program you want, whether it's something we're doing together or it's one of your own personal projects. You can go ahead and use this. I give you permission. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and comment and like. Thanks a lot.